My channel, my name is ChaosMole, and we just finished Subnautica Below Zero. And man, that was a good game. Like that was really good. It took them around 2 years to bring out the standalone expansion. If you have never played the first Subnautica, you should definitely do it. Like seriously, play the first Subnautica before you play Below Zero. There are so many connections to the first one that, yeah, you can play Below Zero without the first one, but you will miss out on so many important things and so many cues where you are like, oh, I remember this. Like, don't you skip on Subnautica. Besides that, Subnautica Below Zero is a much more compact version of Subnautica, which I think is actually better for the game. Like, all the biomes you find in Below Zero are much smaller and they are much more condensed, but that also means you are not like swimming around endlessly without knowing what to look for. And there's also now like a little bit of maps in the game, not complete maps, but to show you basically in a certain direction. And it is a much smaller Subnautica because it's a standalone expansion, but I think they nailed the story especially. It doesn't feel as empty as the first one. Like, you were always alone in the first one. There was nobody you could talk to. There were rarely any audio logs, and of course your character never spoke in the first one. But now you do that. You have a character with Alan you can talk to, like, all the things which are happening. And I think that helps the game very much to create a little bit of a better bond to the character you were playing. Because in the first one, you were just a faceless dude. So they definitely did better on this. I really loved the NPCs, like the penguins you can see right here in the background. They are fantastic. Like, all the little fish and leviathans and whatnot they put in, they look pretty good. But I also think they put in more ways of avoiding those leviathans and bigger fishes. Like, especially in Subnautica, you had to fight them, because there's no real fighting in the game, but you had to fight them off in a much smarter way in the first one than you had to do in Below Zero. And I have to say I like this more. I also love the biomes they created. I think they finally really learned what a biome should be about and what to focus on those biomes without putting any spoilers in here. And I think they nailed that. The only thing I didn't like too much in the game is the land component. That was clearly their first hooray into the whole land business. Yeah, there were of course land parts in the first Subnautica, but they were far in between. Right, let's not compare that to what they are doing in Below Zero. But I have to say, I wouldn't say I didn't like the land components. I didn't like the land components because they didn't feel as refined as the underwater components. I think that was my biggest problem. But all in all, this was a really good continuation of Subnautica. Love the story, love the ending. One last thing. The vehicles in this one, like the sea truck, I understand what they tried to do with it, but it's kind of weird because in the first one, I had a lot of moments where I thought, damn it, if I now could just build something in my submarine, like something more complex, or I don't have to go back to base all the time. I think that the sea truck would have actually be much better than the first Subnautica and than it is in Below Zero, because Below Zero is a much more, as I said, condensed experience, and even if you don't have like the things you need with you, you can just go back to base quickly. So I never really felt the need of having like the full sea truck with me, which is a bit unfortunate. The prawn suit, I don't even know why this prawn suit is in the game. Sure, for mining, but I never needed that really. Like there was this one period of time where I really just wanted to get like all the titanium, and I did some mining, which took me maybe about an hour, and then I never really touched the prawn suit ever again, which is a bit unfortunate to say the least. Yeah. But besides that, Subnautica Below Zero was a fantastic game, fantastic experience. It took us about 25 hours. I would say that much faster people can finish this game in 20 hours. We have finished everything. We've finished the main story and even like the side stories. So apparently there are side stories which you don't have to do, but you should, because they're kind of cool. Yeah, that was my thought on Subnautica Below Zero. I highly recommend it, especially if you enjoyed the first Subnautica, and if you have not played the first Subnautica yet, you should definitely do so. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and maybe you want to consider to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos there. And if you also want to see me playing games live, you can do so on trovo.live/ChaosMole from Monday to Friday, starting at 9 AM ET with gaming news and then lots of gameplay. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to this next Subnautica, maybe in 5-10 years. It seems like the developers will take a little bit more time to work on something new, and I'm still looking forward to it. It was fun. Thank you so much for watching.